everybody, Moby Nick Silver Salmon Challenge. We're out here in Cobourg, Ontario, and we've hit our 5-week spot, and we're awarding our first 5-week prizing. And well, the number 5 kind of resonates well with you. That was your winning week there, Tony.
Yeah.
We're here with Tony Strang, and like I just touched on, he was, one of our few that landed in the Thai Club this year with the 3304, right?
Yeah, 3304.
Absolutely gorgeous fish. Congratulations, real nice meeting you.
Thanks, you too.
So, there's so much I want to touch on, you know, as a lot of participants wish to be in this kind of position that you're in right now. Let's just start, I guess, from how long you've been salmon fishing and kind of some of the reasons you salmon fish and how often you get out and what areas you kind of focus on. So, let's start with right off the bat, how long you been salmon fishing for?
Started salmon fishing probably 15 years ago. Pretty much the first time I went out with a friend, he invited me out. I was immediately hooked on the first time that reel started screaming. I think I was hooked. So for the first 10 years of my salmon fishing was actually at a bluffers. We fished at a bluffers park. Then we moved to Whitby. The past 5 years when fishing at a Whitby harbor.
Very cool. I guess
So
Whitby's nice, great fishing, and a little less traffic too, right? That drop can get pretty hairy, which I'm sure you learned quick.
Yeah. I went to Bluffers last year once, and I said, I don't think I'm coming back here anymore because everywhere you turn, there's boats coming across everywhere.
I agree. I mean, it's funny. We all go out fishing to kind of avoid those like DVP traffic jams.
Yeah.
But there's something to be said for that drop when it's fishing. You'd put up with anything to get involved in that, right?
Yeah.
No, it's a bit of a double-edged sword. But I guess Whitby, was it a bit of a learning curve there? Because, you don't have that deep water drop. You got a bit more of a plateau. Is there any kind of specifics that you kind of contribute to Whitby fishing now?
Yeah, it's definitely different than going to bluffers. Like you say, you're looking at the bluffers, you're going to the drops, you're going to the spit, and you got your certain areas to go. Or Whitby is it's a flat, it's like you're in the prairies kind of a thing. So
Yeah.
I don't know, just in and out through the different water columns, looking for the temperature that you're looking for, and hope you bump into them.
No, definitely, and you've obviously got it figured out. We're here right now, right? So that's pretty exciting. Can we let's touch on that day? Not to have what you had for breakfast, but kind of once you got in the boat and how the morning progressed and where we ended up to here.
Yeah, well, the morning started amazing. We're on the water at 5. We had the lines in at 5, and I set my 2 dipsies first and go to the downriggers. The 2 dipsies were creeping out. I'm just putting a downrigger down, and 1 dipsy is already fired before I even get my downrigger down. And it pretty much been, for the first 3 hours, was steady fish for the morning. Then 7:30, 8 o'clock, it died. We never moved a rod besides the clean fleas for the next 2.5 hours. And sure enough, we just picked the lines and cleaned the fleas, and dropped down an atomic fly with a spin doctor, and next thing you know, it wasn't 5 minutes after the rod goes off, and we cleaned the fleas at the right time.
Awesome. That's
and at 500 feet of line is gone in the first.
Really? So you knew off the bat you were into something good?
Yeah, when I set the hook and it screamed out 500 feet of line, and my wife started pulling the other 3 lines in. So we knew we had a tie right from the get-go.
Come on, there's been a lot of false claims, but no, not this one. Yeah, you nailed it. You named it, eh?
Yeah.
That's very cool. So it was action-packed, and I'm a big fly spin doctor guy. What's your go-to then, or was that your favorite you had down, color combo, or just you put them down randomly?
Actually, black's been really good for me this year. I like to run a blacks, but we went down deep, pretty much. Like, it's been very quiet since the bite went off, and I said to the wife, I think they're sitting on bob and they're hung on bottom. I put it down with a 10-inch spin doctor on there, and I'm like, we're gonna stir something off the bottom. And it wasn't 10 minutes after the dipsy popped, or the downrigger popped. It was a purple flasher, and I like purple down deep.
Yeah.
Purple's down deep. Purple's a go-to for me.
So the big 10-inch, okay. And you mind sharing with everyone what depth you were at, kind of?
I was at I think it was 110 feet, and we're down 105 feet on the dipsy, on the diver.
Yeah, that time of day they go down for a nap, but you put it down and they
Yeah.
fire it, eh? Wow, that's a great
Yeah.
story. And so was your whole family out or was just you and your wife that
Just
day?
me and the wife that day.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And the wife enjoys fishing or is it, yeah?
Yeah, to her, she was pretty much the same as myself. I think the first time I took her out, she was hooked immediately too. Which I don't know if it's good or bad. She likes to buy salmon. She likes to buy the stuff, big tackle more than me now. Before I
Really?
used to, have to, you know, kind of hide away and grab a piece here and there. Now it's
That is good. No, that's nice. And then my wife, when we were younger, we fished a lot together, and she developed seasickness, so we don't often share the fishing together. But she's busy with other stuff. But it's good that you get to share it with your wife. And
yeah.
and your daughter, is she into fishing as well, or?
They like to go once in a while, but they're not hooked like us. They like to go read a book or something, or
The word hooked, and I'm not going to get too much into it because I really want to figure out the formula of it. Because you know, guys that take me out bass fishing, a lot of different fishing, and I'm very partial to salmon, but there's something about it, isn't there?
Yeah.
You literally get hooked, and I don't know if it's explainable, but it turns us into guys that would do almost anything to get out salmon fishing daily, right?
yeah, it's fishing, but it becomes more of a hunt. It comes to a hunt because you're looking for that one fish, right?
And I mean, obviously, the events like this do offer that one fish that you get rewarded. You get to share your accomplishments with the community, right?
Yeah, yeah. All these events is everything. That's what makes it over the top. Like the events that's what make it. Like it's everything. It's the rush of getting it, but it's excitement. Like all week, it's been a nervous week looking at the leaderboard, you know, waiting for this tie alert to come in, right?
Yeah.
You get to 8 o'clock, there's no tie alerts. I think we're good for another day.
I'm glad you share that because, you know, I obviously fished in the fishery all my life, and now I have a different approach from the event side of it. But I got to tell you, man, like just sitting here in this conversation, I can almost live it. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
I know the experience, and I know you get into that fish, and there's always that in the back of your mind. Stops fighting. No, it's not a big one. Oh, maybe it is.
Yeah.
You know, there's always that inkling going on, and then to actually get rewarded at the end of the day with everything that, all the emotions that went through the fight. It really is something special, isn't it?
It really is. It really is special. It's like you said, it's hard to explain what you feel. There's a lot of different emotions. You're happy, you're excited, you're nervous, it's a lot of stuff going on. You're like, it's all good emotions.
No, and it's
You're
nothing
just
you can write
hoping
down
that
on paper, man. It's just
No.
something that you and I, or any other part of the angling community, you can share that story. You know, you almost give each other goosebumps because
Yeah.
they could live through that, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know any other aspect of anything else that does that. And obviously, you know, we are, I hate to use the word addicted, but there is something behind salmon that really creates this buzz, right?
Yeah, it's addictive.
No, that's very good. Well, I really appreciate you taking the time to come out here with us today. You know, we're going to get a few photos there as we got the big check for you. And what are you doing with the prize winnings? I mean, $7,500. It's.
Might be a couple lead core rods going on the boat again. You know.
I'm a big fan of the lead core, so no, I would agree. Put aside and, you know, Daiwa Saltus, that fast retrieve, and
Yeah.
you know, they don't pay me to say it, but I really believe in those for lead cores. So yeah.
Yeah.
If
100%.
you got pretty good substantial check to do that, do it right, and then you'll never have to do it again.
Yeah.
Fantastic, Tony. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It's a great event you guys have.
Cheers.
Cheers.